Evening all, and welcome back to the Timberborn demo, where we're going to jump back in and have a bit of a play because there have been changes, lots of changes. So let's jump into a brand new game. I don't think anything else is available. There's been no new additions to it, just a lot of changes, and well, there have been some new additions. Let's jump in and I'll just show you exactly what it was. We'll play on the plains, that'll do, and let's go. Okay, so the first thing you may notice is things look a little different, and that is because there has been a huge visual update. Look at this detail here. Look, the roofs are slightly different. The buildings have got different roofs and windows. Very awesome looking things. It is so much more like the Beavers have just chopped two giant trees down and put them together. That is awesome. So yes, the major things that have changed is there is a new visual style for every building, so hence why things look very different now. There is also a priority system that's been added, so something I asked for many times, where you can say, hey, will you go and do this thing first before another thing? So you can prioritize what fields get harvested, or prioritize where trees get harvested, that sort of thing, which buildings get workers first. Let's pause the game before we run out of time here. So yeah, you can prioritize exactly where they're going. I did have in previous playthroughs where you have to turn off all your buildings to get your beavers to go to a certain place, whereas now you can just set the building as a higher priority and beavers will leave other work to go work in that building. So you can say, you know, we need wood, go and get more wood. That's an important thing to do there. The other thing as well, which is probably the greatest thing that they've added to the game, is population control in a way. When you place down a lodge, the previous way it worked was you place down a log, two beavers move in, they have a kit, have a baby, have a kit. That kit grows up and moves out and then goes off and does his life, or her life. And the two adults in the building then have another kit, and the cycle continues forever. Now, if there is nowhere for that kit to move out when it becomes an adult, it will stay in the house. So if you build one lodge, you will get two people move in and one extra baby, and that's it. You then have to build another lodge for that baby to move out. So you can actually set how many you need. Right now we have 11 beavers. So if I build 4 lodges, that will take us to 12 beavers, and then it will just stay there. Then you add another lodge and you'll get an extra 3 beavers, and then every lodge you add will add 3 beavers to your, so much easier to control. That was the biggest issue I had, was it would spiral out of control, or I'd try and make it spiral out of control and kill all my beavers, because that happened last time. Shall we try and not kill them all this time, and remember that there is actually a thing here to get up, because that's what I forgot. So let's start off this the same way we always do. We need to get some things down to make our beavers happy. The beavers require food, water, sleep. Sleep is easy, they can just sleep anywhere, that's not a problem. But food and water is a big thing, so that's the priority of stuff we need to do. First and foremost, we're going to throw ourselves up to 24-hour days, because you gotta work if you gotta live. And we are going to go straight into having a gatherer flag. We're going to put the gatherer flag, we'll put it here, because we can actually cross that. We discovered that last time we played, we can actually cross that. So we're going to put that there, and then we're going to build a path, sort of like this. It's going a little different this time around. So that's that, and we also need water. So let's get a water pump going. We're going to put the water pump. We'll put it down here. Let's build the path first. Let's run a path straight out to wherever it goes. There, awesome. And we'll build a water pump. There. Okay, unpause the game. Away we go. We have some beavers ready to chop down wood, but they don't have any. Nothing to do in range. Okay, let's get them chopping down some trees then, shall we? Chop down trees. Oh, that's plant trees, sorry. Chop down trees. I would like you to chop down all of these trees here. So let's just highlight all that. Put on. There we go. Okay. So, I don't want the beavers making this path. We don't need this path yet. We need the water thing. That's far more important. So we can click on it, and here it says we can change the construction priority. We can go, hey, put it up, put it down, do whatever we want. If we click that green button and say it's the highest priority, what should happen, hopefully, actually no, that might be the internal building. It might be building, I'm not sure. Let's see where this beaver is going. Nope, he's going to go over there. Okay, so assign priorities. We want to do a very high priority there. Please. Would you come down and build this building? Priorities might actually be just for buildings and not for sorry, priorities might be for buildings that are built and not for construction. I did think it was construction as well. Clearly it is not. So there we go. I can click this, I can change it, I can lower its priority, I can higher its priority. Higher priority basically means, as I said, if we set this to a high priority, so I set this to the highest priority and set this one to the lowest priority, which I can't do. No unemployed beavers in range. That's because the path needs to be built. But what would happen is beavers would come and work here first before going somewhere else. So if somebody did work here, he'd leave this job to come here if he was the only beaver left. At least that is my understanding of it. Something else I haven't done. I haven't built a storage for our wood, which is important. You have to do that. Yeah, let's build that there. If the lumberjack flag has no storage, it will not chop down any trees. Let's increase the builder's hut to 4 and let's increase some time. Off you go. Thank you very much. So that'll give us some berries, which is what we want. Right, hopefully you can get... Yeah, there we go. We have a beaver working there. We have 4 beavers working here. We're on a 24-hour day, so that's fine. So the priority system doesn't work for building. It's interesting. Oh yeah, this had no logs. So it wouldn't have worked because it had no logs because I wasn't chopping down logs. Okay, we'll have to double check that. Right. So also, can I like prioritize? Nope, I can't prioritize an area of trees over another one. So interesting. It's just buildings that get prioritized. That's fine. That's not a problem. All the beavers are getting hungry. That's not an issue as well. We've got our guy doing that. We're going to plant food very early. I feel as if that is something we should probably do very early. We also want to get some science early so that we can get our dam built. Cost 20 logs, so we do definitely need that. You're getting some water going on there. Beavers are starting to get tired. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So, if anyone's seen the previous episodes, I do apologise for going over things again, but maybe some people haven't seen it, so I'm going to try and explain things as we go to the best of my ability. I do tend to mess things up a lot because I've played this game a fair bit and I'll skip over some things. If I do skip over something and you want to know anything about it, do let me know in the comments. I can answer them, other people will answer them. There's a lot to it. This is just the demo. You will find on my channel the closed beta, which is no longer available, so there isn't a version of the game to play any more than this. The demo lasts for 2 long seasons, so you've only got a couple of game weeks, I suppose, to go through and see how far you can get. Right. So the gathering flag gathers berries. Awesome. There's only blueberries to get, so he's gathering berries. The lumberjack flag chops down trees. That's this symbol down here. I didn't explain that. That's the trees to chop down. We have a few of those. There. All our beavers are retired. Because they've had a long old day. The clock in the top right corner is what the white hand is where we are on the time. It goes through from sunrise down to sunset. And you have working hours. This is the red hand is when beavers stop. They always start at sunrise, and you can set the working hours to be however long you want. By default, it's 16 hours, so they work 16 hours a day and then have 8 hours off. They can only have social time during their off hours, so if you need to have more population, if you need them to go and fulfill some of their other things like fun or social life or comfort, religion, spirituality, then that can only be done in their time off. And also they need to sleep as well. The good thing about the clock is that if you set it to 24 hours like I did, when a beaver runs out of energy, he just goes to sleep. They just ignore everything, go to sleep, and then when they wake up again, they crack on. So, but finding the balance here is pretty good. I normally have it, I think, 18 hours. So they have 18 hours on and 4 hours off, and that seems to be a good balance. Sometimes you'll lower it, sometimes you'll raise it. You might even want to put it down to have them have a complete day off. They might want a day off when something happens. That's something I have done before. It just balances some things. You know, you got to keep your beavers happy. Got to keep them happy. They have all these things they need, which many of them we can't actually get right now because they're not available. But that's okay. That's okay. So let's make a campfire. A campfire is a place beavers can go to socialise, to gain the social skills. And social skills are important if you want more baby beavers, more kits, because if they have social filled up to a certain amount, they gain 50% fertility, and then obviously if you have 2 beavers with that, they're so much more likely to have babies. So that's what you want to do. You want to have social. I'm going to put that there, I think. Let me have a quick look at the housing. Yeah, housing is 2. And by 2 I mean size-wise. This is a 3x3, so if we put it there, they can build that, and that'll be fine. And a house is a 2x2, so we can surround it with houses, which is something you kind of want to do. You want to be close to the campfire. That's something that beavers like. Let's run that down there. That's going to be our road for the other side as well. Awesome, awesome. So we want food. Food is a desperately important thing to do. Food is done via a few different options. You have the gatherer flag. Gatherer flag will gather berries. These berries will auto grow over time. So when they're being picked, they will auto grow over time. They're quite slow and they run out very easily. Plus berries just fulfill food stats. Let me click on a beaver here. Probably do. It just increases hunger. It doesn't increase nutrition. Nutrition has to be something that is made elsewhere. So berries are your basic food. Your level 1 food are carrots. And if you come down here on the bottom menu, you have plant crops. As you can see, we have carrots. Nutrition 1. Nutrition 2 is potatoes, but potatoes require a griller. That's like an extra. You have to take the potatoes, you have to grill them. They get grilled potatoes. That's tier 2. And then the tier 3 is wheat. Wheat gets ground into flour. Flour makes bread. Dead simple, dead easy to do. They all require different varying levels of complication to make. But we want to make a carrot field. And we're going to make quite a large carrot field as well, because carrots are good. Everyone loves carrots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the game for a moment, and I'm going to draw in a field. Now it's not going to draw over the trees, because it can't draw over trees at the moment. It doesn't do that. Once the trees get chopped down, then it can do that. It can draw over them. So I'm going to draw a path down here. Path to something I haven't explained as well. Let me get round to that in just a moment. But for food wise, if you put down a field, you need a farmhouse. You need workers to work in a farmhouse to grow crops. But we're going to put down a farmhouse. Well, I was going to put it here, but there's a tree in the way. So let's get rid of that tree. It's 60% grown. We could leave it, and then once it grows up, it'll be chopped down normally. Or we can come down here to the hammer icon, the red hammer icon down here, we can say I want to destroy resources and I want to destroy that tree. Click, click. There we go. Gets a little demolish symbol above it. And then when morning comes along and we go back to work, our builders will come in and they'll smash the tree down, and we can build more. Now, paths are something I didn't explain, and I really should have done because they're quite important. A builder's hut. You start with the builder's hut. Builder's hut up here. Builder's hut is on top of a storage warehouse. This is actually 2 buildings, one down there, one up here, and there is a third building, a lumberjack flag behind it. That's just the little starting thing you do. 3 buildings you have. Now, if we click the builder's flag, the builder's hut, sorry, this is the area that your beavers can get to build it. This area here. It's much larger than it was when we first started because I didn't explain how paths work. But basically, if you want to come up here and build, you need to do one of 2 things. Either you need to build another builder's hut up here somewhere close by, but remember it's got to be built within range of the previous one, or you run a path along. So let's speed up time and I'll show you exactly how this works. Get back to the next morning. Oh, there you go. 18 hours. They're off there. That's fine. So what we want to do is we want to grab our path tool, and I want to run a path that way into the forest. Morning will come along, and our beavers will get to work, and you'll see as they start building this path, see the range extend? That's basically what paths do. Paths extend the range of the way buildings can go. They work for every single building, and every building pretty much has a range. This can affect any beaver that lives in this area here, and you can extend the range by putting in more paths. So if we built a path along and up to these stairs here, then this might have a range going out here somewhere because it's much larger to go to. So paths are definitely your friends. Definitely your friends. Let's put in our farmhouse because I forgot to build that last time. There we go. And, the farmhouse will be built, and once it's built we can have some beavers join the farmhouse and start planting carrots. And carrots are important to get things going. Now, one little note, you'll see here we have green grass and we have brown cracked broken soil. You can't grow any plants on cracked broken soil. It must be wet basically. And you'll notice going along the river here, the river influences it, and we have many different areas that are giving us fertile land, and then bad land when it's too far away from the river. So you can extend this by filling in areas. I could destroy this barrier here, this pile of rubbish here, and fill this area in, and then our water would extend further out so we could put more fields in here. Or foresters, because trees as well, they're the same thing. Trees require watered areas. Or you can build a irrigation tower, but you got to unlock that with science. And science is definitely something else we want because that's important. Science you can build down here, little atom icon down here, and you put an inventor's hut down, a beaver goes in there and just starts producing science for you. It's that simple. There's no added stuff required. You just put it down, it works. The only thing it requires is a beaver, and right now we only have one beaver that doesn't have a job, and we want that beaver to really go and become a farmer because food is important. Although we have got 4 beavers in the builder's hut, we could turn that down, so less builders work in the builder's hut. That's fine. Probably do that. But we're not getting this built because it run out of logs, because we're not chopping any more down because these are growing. So let us say we want to chop down all those as well. Oh, we don't want to chop down this side of the lake. There's no point to that. So would you go and chop down all those trees there? Again, the lumberjack flag is affected by paths, so you see here he can get up to this far. He can't chop these trees down back here. Maybe if we run this path all the way along to the edge, he will be able to, or they will be able to, I should say. I keep saying he. They're non-gender specific beavers. Wow, words. They are just beavers, and yeah, whatever way you want to do it, they're beavers. They're beavers. They're happy beavers. Let's cover that over because we have some more trees have been chopped down. So there we go. Another tree grown. And hopefully we can get some more logs come in. And then we can build our farmhouse. We have 2 beavers unemployed now because another one has grown up. We've got 1 more child left to grow up yet. So we're getting there. We're doing well. We're doing well. What else do we need? Let's see here. What else do we need? In fact, you know what? I think we're okay for the minute. I think I just need to get that built, get some carrots being planted, and see how we go. So I think we'll leave this one here, and we will come back next time and carry on from there. As I said before, if you have any comments about the game and how it works and whatever it does, then do leave them below, and I will do my best to answer them. And for anyone that's seen any previous episodes and wants to comment on making sure I don't kill all my beavers, then that would be much nicer. I'm going to actually play this through and record the episodes over time rather than record it all in one lump like I did last time. So maybe I'll remember there's stairs here, and maybe we won't run out of wood and everyone will die and it will be terrible, because that happens. You can definitely fail the game by killing all your beavers. Don't do that. It's bad. But yeah, we'll leave this here. We'll come back next time and carry on from there. If our farmhouse, let's increase that to 2 beavers. They'll go and start planting some carrots down. So, yeah, okie dokie. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you again next time. Until then, as always, have fun.